Hello. All right, we are here with a collector's boosters box of Unfinity. I bought this on impulse, not really knowing what was in the packs before I ordered it, and then once I realized what's in it, like maybe some neat, like the lands are pretty much what people are most excited about. Like the fact that there's a list slot with unstable cards in it, and like what was the other one? Unhinged, or I can't remember the promotional product they made at the beginning of last year. There are those in it too. Um, Obviously, there's a certain rate of getting additional shock lands and with the box topper. So, hoping for some shock lands, hoping for some neat foils of cards that I like from the set. Let's get right to it. Yeah, I usually don't get collector boosters boxes because I don't know, I always have bad luck with them, or they just seem very expensive for like foily versions of base cards that you could just buy singles of. The exception being the lands here are probably pretty expensive, the basics and the shock lands. I was out at the release event for this at my LGS, and there's quite a few people there for sure. The box topper we'll save for last. Our draft went kind of haywire when somebody at the table didn't realize that you only pick one card per pack in a pack draft, and their last draft was Commander Legends 2. But we were able to recover from that point, so. But I got a decent start to my collection of this, but I wouldn't mind getting like maybe all the attractions or some more stickers or something just to kind of have. And there's some rares from the set I'm looking for too. Let's make sure the lighting is not garbo. It's still a little garbo. Get things a little bit brighter. Let's try this. These days I'm going to get just better gear. Let's try this. That's not too bad. Alright, so we have the foil commons and uncommon slots in the beginning. Space Family Goblinson. Brims. Right, we're off to our first borderless foil. The Log Flume. That's an attraction. Ignacio, Myra's Marvels. Back to another common. Oh, it's the Speckled Foil. Amped up. Main Event Horizon. See, these Acorn cards are really cool looking, so I'm like, I feel like a lot of them are playable enough that you can just slide them into an EDH deck without problem. Angelic Herald. This is the unslot for the list card. I actually don't have this card, so that's kind of neat. Choose target spell ability, targets a permanent you control, and ask first. So it's more like a cube card. It's not really playable in EDH if you have to ask people outside the game to do stuff. Partners too. I think all of them are Acorn based, but they could be playable in EDH. Foil, full art basic. These are really neat looking for sure. I'm always a fan of borderless lands. And do we get a shocker? No. We did get the Speckled Plains. Excellent. Yeah. Like getting a full box, I'm definitely going to get a decent amount of the basics. Wasn't too much of an order to this, but just keep it like that. Acrobats, Electrocute, Lankosaurus, Lorbean Buddy, Ticking Mime Bomb, Goblin Girder Gang, and we're on to our first borderless, Bounce Chamber. Decent attraction. Starlight Spectacular, and that is legal in Commander. I think this card's actually really good, especially in a go-wide deck. You can get huge creatures very quickly. You got Scared Stiff. Sure. in the spectral foil, or whatever it's called, outer space foil. Exits through the gift shop. Monoxa, Midway Manager, did some work for me in the draft. Foil Water Market, neat card. Ooh, Space Bellerin in the borderless kind of foil. That's really cool looking. He is legal in Eternal format, so should be interesting. And Forest. I think the rate is like a 4% hit to replace the basic land, so you would expect at least one collector's booster box to have at least one shock land in it, in addition to the box topper. I suppose it's possible to get 3 or 4, but it seems very unlikely. Focus Funambulist. Now you see me. Satisfied Customer. Croaking Amphibinaut. Goblin Blastronauts. Voyage of the Blank. And we're on to our first. I think it's always an attraction that's just borderless here. But that's also legal in Eternal. Yeah, Hardy of Myra's Marvels. Focus camera. There we go. We got a Glitter Flitter. In the Spectral Starlight foil, wherever it is. Floros of Myra's Marvels. Space Family Goblinson. Old Buzzbark. Ignacio. Yeah, just give me all these partners. I want as many of these as I can get. Forest. And Swamp. Oh, the cat's screaming at the door, but I can't let him in because then he'll just try to jump right up here. Which is cute, but not when you're trying to open packs and do content recording. Rockstar. Nearby Planet. Chicken Troop. Amped Up. Knight in Blank Armor. Wicker Picker. Information Booth. Yeah, I'm pretty likely to make an attraction deck. I think they're pretty neat. Vorthos in foil. That's pretty cool. We got Rockstar in the Spectral. Should probably learn what the actual name of that foiling is. I can't remember. There's just so much crap going into these packs. Oh my god. Vidalcan Squirrel Whacker. Legal and Eternal formats. Pietra, Crafter of Clowns. I definitely am glad I didn't have to deal with this at the release event because I don't know any good jokes. Not ones that'll make people at a shop laugh. Baron Von Count. I'm kind of turning around on these. Like, I was a little annoyed that they didn't put these in black border for the ones that could be, but these look really cool. And I can't remember if they could have come in unstable and foil. Maybe this is the first time they could have been foiled. Jermaine Pride of the Circuits. And Plains Forest. Because, like, there are a lot of unstable cards that easily could exist in black border. Like, the Host Augment creatures, I've built a deck around before. And I think, like, the purpose of the Acorn is just to be like, just play what you want. If there's things that are impractical to use in EDH, then don't use it. But if it's just, like, a cat that comes into play and you roll a d6 and gain some life, just play it. Just self-govern if things get out of control. Squirrel Squatters. Drop Tower. Goblin Cruciverbalist. Animate Object. This card is busted. 7 tickets for 5 mana will turn any new thing into like a 8/8 with trample or something stupid. Like, this is out of control. Like, the uncommons in this set, if you're playing an actual limited environment, are nuts. Some of them, anyway. Second, Goblin Cruciverbalist. Angelic Herald, number 2. Phoebe, Head of Sneak. Truss, Chief Engineer. Mountain. And Mountain. It looks like the planetary body ones, the Spacek lands, the planets are the ones that you kind of want to get out of these, and I've only opened like 3 of them. I'm fine mixing the art on these. The style looks close enough that it would kind of be hard to tell the difference anyway if you're going for uniformity in your basics in your deck. Alright. An incident has occurred. Finishing move. Slight Malfunction, Ride Guide, Scampire, Quick Fixer, Squirrel Stack. Had this at the limited event, never got the chance to use it. I was ready for it, but never got there. Tchotchke Elemental, a real handful, another Tchotchke Elemental, Roxy Publicist to the Stars. Oh, that's really cool. Looks like the Jetsons almost. Spike Tournament Grinder, that's a cool foil. Claire de Lune Joy Sculptor, Borderless Island, and Plains. Yes, give me all the Plains. I'm definitely a white mage at heart, so all the cool Plains I will take. If anything, I would like to get lopsided amounts, like more Plains and Islands or whatever, than just kind of like a smattering of everything, just so I can get better use out of it. Command Performance, Sanguine Sipper, Wolf in Blank Clothing, Bamboozling Beetle, Spinneret, Arachnabat, another Roxy. We got Fortune Teller, Clown Car. This thing can kind of get absurd and limited. Coming Attraction, Standard Procedure as a mythic. We got a DK, Finder of the Lost, Angelic Rocket, Nocturno of Myra's Marvels, Swamp, and Island. Alright, I had to make a second part of the video because the cat was endlessly screaming at the door and it was driving me bananas. So, we were down to our final 5 packs in the box topper. Still no shock land out of the packs. Fingers crossed we get one of these last 5 packs. Maybe 2. If I want to be so greedy. Alright. Tapper. Soul Swindler. Super Duper Lost. Robo Pinata. Trespasser. DK. Foam Weapons Kiosk. Treacherous Trapezist. Clandestine Chameleon. Soul of Flora. I've pretty much gotten all the partners at this point, I think. Pietra, number 2. Frankie Peanuts. It came from Planet Glurg. Yes, I want to build a deck around this. I don't know how I feel about this art, but it looks neat. Plains and Swamp. I have a feeling there's not going to be another Shockland in here, not to get down on myself about it, but it seems that the rate that they put them in packs is kind of absurdly low. Like, how many packs do you expect us to buy before we get back the value of a Shockland? Non-Human Cannonball, Ticket Turbo Tubes, Plot Armor, Wii Champion, Priority Boarding, Pietra, Trivia Contest, not legal, and Eternal. Another foil Exit to the Gift Shop, Leading Performance, Captain Rex Nebula, Spinneret Arachnabat, Steam Vlogger of the Month, Ignacio of Myra's Marvels, Island, and Island. But yeah, after I bought this and seeing, like, the value is only in the lands, it's like, well, I should have just bought the lands. Like the planetary spaces are probably worth a lot, but they look very similar to the other ones, and, like, I don't really have a huge preference. Scooch, Unlawful Entry, Bird Gets the Worm, Xeno Squirrels, Make a Blank Splash, Proficient Pyrodancer, Clown Extruder, Mobile Clone, Gobsmacked, Doodle Character Artist, Brims Midway Mobster, Handy Dandy Clone Machine. Space Bellarian. I'm hoping these are worth something. Like, if anything, I can recoup some of the value from this box and then pick up whatever cards I want. But this is really neat. I don't know how good it's going to be, but Island. Oh, Overgrown Tomb. I shouldn't have doubted myself. Oh my god, that's so pretty. It doesn't look like a land, but it's very cool. It looks like almost like a proxy an artist would make. Very neat. Well, we can always hope for one more. That would be nice. improbable, but all right. Circuits Act, Still Strider. Making sure the light in this room is good enough that it's not. The foils also reflect light in a weird way too. Rad Rascal, Carnival Carnivore, Busted, Blank Balls of Fire, Bumper Cars, Exchange of Words, Six-Sided Die. It came from Planet Glurg, the Spectral Foil. Awesome. Now I have an option. Spinneret Arachnobat, Circadian Night Out, Devil K. Neville, Forest, no. Alright, final pack, and then the box cover. I'm trying to think of what in this set I actually want. Probably some of the rare attractions. I know there's only one per pack, but I wouldn't mind getting a few that I don't have. Gobsmacked Blufferfish, Scared Stiff, come on focus. Boing, A Real Handful, Strength Testing Hammer, Cover the Spot, something I practiced myself before the tournament and it was really difficult. Soul Performer, Nearby Planet, How Is This a Par 3, Brooms with Midway Mobster, Richard Garfield, PhD. That's a cool card. Devil K. Neville. And any last minute? No, Force Mountain. That's fine. I'll take the one. That was more than I was hoping for. Or more than I was expecting. Alright, and the final Shockland. Yeah, Breeding Pool. Neat. Awesome. Well, that's it. I'm looking forward to going through and seeing what else I need from this set, Unfinity. Just probably not much. Might pick up some of the non-foil basic lands or whatever. But other than that, I am very happy at my 2 Shocklands. All these cool borderless space lands. And that's about it.